Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is a recording of one of our 2020 Elul study classes.
My name is Leeav Sofer, and I'm going to start us off together in song. Now, this we gave the idea of calling this Unleashing Invisible Voices because we know that some people might not be comfortable to sing. I'm not sure in which way you came today. If you're like, oh, I cannot wait to open my mouth. Or if you're someone that's like, oh, I was thinking I was going to be watching. And, I want you to know this. Right now, this next hour is for you to take what you need. It's going to be your musical medicine, however that means for you. And that's what we do. That is exactly what we're about. So, I, of course, encourage participation, and I even encourage, if you can, to when we can, to have the cameras open so we can see each other, but we'll all sing muted. And also, you shouldn't feel obligated to that either. If what you need right now for this next hour is to just sit back and just be in the room, that's also part of today, and that might be what you need. So, I want you to just remember, take what you need is going to be a general intention for everything we're about to share with you. All right. Here we go. Now, I'm going to share with you a song that's actually a song, if you actually ever seen us before, is one of our anthems, and we wrote it actually in our workshops. I even have, I see one of my incredible choir members here today even joined us. So, Scotty, don't be completely surprised if I actually invite you. Oh, I got a couple more of my choir members today. Great, BB, Foxy, welcome. And a welcome to Jay, to Karen, to Ziggy, to Hedda, and Stacy, Barbara, and Daniel, and Bob, Merle, and a lot of names that for whatever reason, they're not showing your names for some of you, but Lily and Dee, welcome. If you guys do me a favor, repeat after me. Here's the words. I've got the patience to inhale, exhale. Try that. I've got the... You know what? Why don't we all open the mics while we're learning the words? And go ahead and open your mics for me. And let's do it together. I've got the patience. Ready, go. I've got the patience to inhale, exhale. Try that.
Inhale, exhale.
I've got the energy.
I've got the energy.
Yes, thank you, Jay. To sing.
Sing.
That's right. I've got the strength.
I've got the
strength.
I really didn't believe any of you, though. Let's try it again. Why don't you show some strength at the camera? Give me some love. I've got the strength.
I've got the
strength. Keep on going.
Keep on going.
So I can rise again.
So rise again.
Rise again.
Rise again.
Rise again.
And it goes like this. Why don't we mute ourselves now, but if you go on gallery view, you can see Kate and my other choir members that might be here that know the song. They'll show you some of the moves that go with this. And I'll sing so you can hear how the melody goes. I've got the patience to inhale, exhale. I've got the energy to sing. I've got the strength to keep on going, so I can rise again. Yes! First of all, I want to say snaps to everybody there that was with us in that. Even with the arms, I saw you, Jay, Karen, I saw a few of you. If some of you are also not sure what I just was talking about, if you know how to turn on the function of gallery view, it's usually a button in the corner of Zoom, you'll see all of our faces, not just my face. And once again, if you were a little bit not sure what I was talking about with the gestures, you'll see it as we try it for one more time. And I'll try to help with the gestures too. It goes like this. I've got the patience, hands on your heart, you ready? To inhale, exhale, I've got the energy, and then you make some energy, very good. To sing, I've got the strength to keep on going, so I can rise again. All right, now show it like you mean it. I've got the patience to inhale, exhale. I've got the energy to sing. I've got the strength to keep on going, so I can rise again. Rise up. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-da-da. All right, so what you need to do for this part is you need to snap. But it needs to be on 2 and 4. If you snap on 1 and 3, I might judge you a little bit. I'm just kidding. No judgment. But why don't you show it in the box with us? Show our little snaps together so we can all share those snaps with each other. That's right. Let me see you, Stacy. Show us some of those snaps. Yes. I see you. I see you. Karen, I love it. Woo. Daniel, I see you swaying in there. Yes. Yes, Rabbi. Okay, now this part is literally like freestyle, but if you want, you can follow me. It goes with just doobie-doo-dots, and the point is to take what you need, right? I told you that. So I'll show you. I'll get it started. You can just sing how you feel. Ready? Doobie-doobie-doo-da-da. Doobie-doobie-doo-da-da-da. Doobie-doobie-doo-da-da. That's right. Okay, and how about one more person? Why don't you sing with us? Open your mic. Let me hear everybody. Doobie doobie doo da da. Hey, doobie doobie doo da da. Again. Come on. Rise again. 3 more times. Show me your hand. Rise again. I'm gonna rise again. Last time. Rise again. Yes! Give yourself some snaps. Beautiful job. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Woo! Now, I want you to know this. When I talk about unleashing invisible voices, some of us are challenged with the stigma that I can't sing. Some of us are challenged with the stigma that people will judge me. One of the biggest silver linings of Zoom in this world is the fact that you have a mute button, and yet you could still sing along. But I don't want to also let that make you think that, great, I can hide my voice. That's not what we do in Urban Voices Project. We do our best to create a space that feels welcoming and warm, so that those that have felt either that their voices are invisible or that they felt that the need to hide their voice can shine through. That's the work we do in Skid Row, Los Angeles, and we do it at a lot of different locations all over Los Angeles, including South LA, downtown LA, the west side, all the way on the beach at Venice. We are all about, in our workshops, and we have a professional performance choir with some of my members present today, incredible artists, by the way, and they're just joining. We invited them just to join, but maybe they'll be able to, if you guys ever have something you want to add, just raise your hand, and we'll just let you punch in some ideas, too. But I think what we do is this feeling of using community singing for so many different things, using music as the greatest equalizer, meaning it doesn't matter if any of us are from Skid Row or some of us are from Beverly Hills. We're all in this room together. You don't know who's who, and we're shoulder to shoulder, or in this case, box to box, and we're singing together the same words, the same notes, and probably the same sound. And if you open the mics, it might have some latency, but it doesn't mean it's not a different. Doesn't mean it's a different sound. And that's the idea. So in our workshops, people have either come directly off the street, or they're going through programs that are getting them back into housing, or they're already in affordable housing, more permanent programs, but they're looking for just an artist community. They're looking for a new skill set to learn something new. They're looking for just a feeling of belonging and community and to have their voice be heard. And we do that. We focus on the individual voice, invite them to sing. Come on, sing, we say a lot. We even have a song called Come On, Sing. And then we ask them to then blend and sing with the community together after they've found their voice so they can learn how to listen to each other's voices. If they've been in a place where you've gone through a lot of trauma, it's really hard. You're in survival mode, And so sometimes singing is a gentle ease back into syncing up with the people around you. And then finally, so many of my professional artists in my choir, they turn around and they take their work and they take their voice and they do advocacy work and they sing for the greater community, and we perform all over because we can share the face of humanity in our fellow brothers and sisters that might have lived or can currently live on the street. And so you can see that unleashing the voice comes in many different forms. I'm going to show a video. It's one of our news coverage on the Today Show. It's about 3 minutes long. And then out of the video, I'm going to invite my colleague Kate to pick it up. And she's our wonderful music wellness director. And I hope you guys enjoy. The video might be a little choppy, but you're going to have sound, and I'm sure you'll be able to see everything. So here we go on 3, 2, 1. Okay.
In Los Angeles, this country's second largest city, a staggering 55,000 people are homeless. Its epicenter, Skid Row, is the highest concentration of homelessness in America. But even in the midst of this crisis, there are glimmers of hope.
We fall down, but we get up.
Nobody ever dreamed of being homeless. Everybody on our streets is somebody's child, somebody's friend. They are you or me, divided by circumstance.
Georgia Berkovich, Leeav Sofer, and Christopher Mack support the Urban Voices Project, a Skid Row community choir where many of the singers themselves are homeless.
Music is so powerful. It gets into nooks and crannies of people that nothing else can. It's magical.
What has Urban Voices meant to this community?
Urban Voices provides a platform for humanity to stand up and say, yeah, we may be in a condition, but we are not the condition.
3 years ago, Christina Collier found herself among Skid Row's homeless.
When you were living in Skid Row, were you scared?
I was scared.
Why?
Because you hear horror stories. I couldn't believe that my life had gotten to this point.
Christina was at her lowest, living in a shelter when a friend invited her to join the Urban Voices Project.
Singing for me has always been therapeutic. It's making me less afraid of people and situations. Singing has kept me going.
Good. Now keep that same energy.
Help give you some purpose.
Yes.
Since 2014, hundreds like Christina have joined the choir and been empowered.
It can directly address depression. It can directly address anxiety and stress.
And the good news, roughly 30% leave for permanent housing.
As long as you can talk, you can sing, you can empower yourself, and you can create community.
To me, the thought is even though you're homeless, even more so because you're homeless, to have these moments of sweetness in the day where you can come in and just be.
Such good energy there. I am so looking forward to seeing your whole hour on Sunday night. What was it like?
And there you have it. So I'm about to pass the mic over to my dear colleague. I also want to share that this is from 2018, and obviously it was pre-COVID. And I've been really proud of the group because we've been continuing through COVID to be virtual, and that's why we even have virtually present today some of my choir members here. So, you know, this is just a little extra bit of information. But that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Kate to kind of pull you guys in with the next piece. Are you guys ready? Will you guys do me a favor? Can you guys give like a warm Zoom welcome to Kate as I spotlight her? 3, 2, Kate, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Nice.
Thank you. I'm going to put it in my heart right now. Leeav and I usually toss the imaginary something to each other, and this one I'm just putting it in my heart right now. So if you might also want to just put your hands near your heart for a moment. Maybe even I'll share with you one of my favorite practical tools right now is a butterfly hug or butterfly taps. So I'm looking at the palms of my hands facing me. I cross them over and hook the thumbs together. And then just on my chest right here, I'm just giving gentle taps. They might be fast, they might be slow. And just noticing how that lands. And then just resting the hands there for a minute, give yourself a moment to hum or sigh. Notice if you can actually feel the voice in the body, in your hands. What kind of sound can you make that is actually felt in your hands? And I'm going to ride around my voice a little bit. And when you get to the end of the breath, smell the flowers. If you're standing up, you can unlock your knees. If you're sitting down, wiggle a little bit in the chair where you are. And what we're doing right now is just a little bit of using the voice as the instrument of the body and using the voice to give ourselves an internal massage. Sometimes we wonder why a mother or grandmother or father or grandfather holds the baby to the chest like here, right? And then sings the lullaby. It's because the baby can hear the lullaby but also can feel it. So let's let some sound just float out on our breath in a hum and feeling the vibration of the voice and wondering about just maybe a little bit of melody that comes naturally from us, however we're feeling right at this moment. And one more. And now we're going to give it a little bit of a rhythm. So this is singing myself a lullaby. sing whatever you like along with me there. You can sing the same thing, or you could sing a harmony, or just sing whatever you feel. What you notice. Notice what you notice inside. Notice where the body is opening to receive the breath. Notice the heartbeat. Noticing the feeling of the clothes on the body and where your body is meeting a chair, or if you're standing, meeting the floor. And just focusing inward. Focusing inward, noticing what you notice. And listening. Listening for what the body needs. Maybe it needs a couple more wiggles, or maybe it needs a stretch. And listening for the music in the body, the music of the breath, the music of the hum, the music of the heartbeat. Focusing inward, noticing, listening. Focusing inward, noticing, listening, focusing inward, noticing, listening. Focusing inward, noticing, listening, focusing inward, noticing, listening, focusing inward, noticing, listening. One more. Focusing inward, noticing, listening, focusing inward, noticing, listening, focusing inward, noticing, listening. Simple, gentle, listening, and offering ourselves kindness and gentle care, compassion, acceptance for whatever is going on right now. And using the simple elements of music to create a musical experience for ourselves. The tone of the voice, the melody of our sigh and our humming, the rhythm of our tapping or our heartbeat. Simple, simple. And then we create a groove, and suddenly we're held. And we've moved ourselves from one state to another state. And with that, Leeav, shall I toss it back to you?
Here we go. I'll take it.
All right, ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Ow. Right. Good. Sweet. So I want to just take a pause. What you guys have just experienced with Rise Again and with the warm-ups with Kate, I think you could see how there's a lot of wellness in the work we do. It's focused on the physical health. It's focused on social and emotional health. And also it's, if we weren't in Zoom, we would be doing it together with a big ensemble voice, of course, as well. So you can only imagine how we connect more with each other. I already see that there's a couple people who, shot me a couple questions in the chat, which is great. And you can feel free to keep engaging with us in the chat. And I'd like to get to that. But I'd like to take a pause and just say, imagine this work now happening in spaces where we're in Skid Row or in these other locations. That's the work we're doing. We're not here just to tell you about the work we're doing, but as you can see, we believe everyone, especially since COVID, even more so, is in the need of, one, finding wellness in that health, in both the mental health and social connection, and two, of course, using music to kind of pull that together for all of us has been what we do. And we've been doing things virtually online. So Daniel, he asked me, how do you guys deal with the Zoom and making music together via Zoom online with all your people since COVID? So I thought I'd just take a second to answer that. And if you guys have continued questions, feel free to share them. And Rabbi reminds me to say this as well. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Daniel Kerman. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Rabbi, for giving me the heads up. So I wanted to say, it's going to give you more insight into what it's like. One thing that I don't think a lot of people, maybe some people thought about, when COVID happened, we went digital. Everything went digital. Everything. And I know that both Rabbi Schatz and Rabbi Chorny understand how, working with even their congregants, I'm sure there was some time working through tech access. Rabbi, am I right?
Still is.
Still working with tech access, right? People are still learning Zoom. People are still learning their own devices. Some people might have had a limited amount of devices. So now imagine what it might have been like for people who are at the bottom of the socioeconomic level, people who don't have a single device. Luckily, California has a program called California Lifeline, so we do at least know that we can get a free phone into all of our choir members' hands. But guess what? For the longest time, they were only talking text minutes. You didn't have any data. If you guys didn't realize this, how much data you use to do video conferencing. So right now, to give you some numbers, you use about 500 megabytes per hour to upload your video, and then you use about 500 megabytes per hour to download. Altogether, that's 1,000 megabytes. That means 1 gigabyte. Now, if this sounds like a new language to you, let me just put it in context. You at home on a Wi-Fi, gigabytes, megabytes, it doesn't really matter because it's an unlimited stream. When you're on your phone, well, think about it this way. Most of us, you pay already for a $15 or $30 plan, and that only gets you maybe 2 gigabytes. So for 1 month, our choir members can do only 1 to 2 hours of video conferencing per month. Could you take a moment to imagine what that would be like if that you were limited to only being able to say hello to your family and your friends and reach out, or telehealth and reach out to your services that need to now move to telehealth, and you had only 2 hours a month to use. So we've been working on, not only getting phones into people's hands, but hotspot distribution, getting people housed with Project Room Key, or trying to get people into a place where they'll have a Wi-Fi. And a lot of different things have revealed itself as far as what the digital divide looks like, beyond also, not only age demographic, which I know has been something in synagogue world, but I know that it's just completely even being able to afford the devices in the first place, and having to stand outside of a Starbucks to get a signal during April when everything's locked down and shut down, things like that was a reality. So Daniel, it was a lot of work doing tech access, tech training, tech support, raising funds for device distribution, which we still try to do as needed. And now we're in a place where we have more than 20 choir members are regularly with us every week for rehearsal, or more than once a week. And we have even done Zoom performances. We just had one on Sunday, and it's on our Facebook page. If you are on Facebook, I highly encourage you to go and check it out. It's also on our YouTube page. So if you look up YouTube and the concert's name is Still I Rise, you could just type into YouTube, Urban Voices Project, Still I Rise concert, and you'll see it. And go check it out and see what these incredible artists are able to do despite any other of those extra challenges. So, Daniel, I hope that answers your question. And also, yes, there's a lot of trading solos versus singing at the same time because of Zoom latency. But we'll break a song down, one song, and we'll break it into 20 different solos, and then they all just switch lines and different techniques like that. There is some stuff like what you just saw with Kate, where I could play piano while she sings, and Zoom struggles, but we can still make it work if the piece is slow enough. So that's other ways we've been tackling the tech issue. Well, I really enjoyed that question, so I wanted to share that. I now want to bring it back to you guys. I know that we're preparing, Elul is a month of preparation for high holidays, and I know that this is the week of Chesed, and I'm not a rabbi, and I know that for sure. But here's what I will say. A lot of people call Urban Voices Project Church Without Religion, and it's a non-denominational environment, and we have many cultures and many religions in our choir, but what we focus on is, music is the spirit that moves us and connects us to each other. And I want you guys to be able to take that with you today. And I want you to know that, even if you're someone who's shy or feels nervous about your voice, I hope that you join me in this next song to unleash not only your voice, but unleash whatever it is that you need. Remember that thing I said at the beginning, to take what you need? What is it that you need before the high holidays? What is it that you need to prepare yourself to remember we might not be in person? I'm assuming Temple Beth Am is fully virtual for high holidays, Rabbi?
Oh, it's a longer answer than you really want, but we are mostly virtual, yes. Let's put it that way.
Or maybe you have just one minyan, just minimum minions to have a Kaddish be said.
Yeah.
I understand.
Very good.
And then everyone else has to stream, and it's, face masks and face shields with plexiglass around the cantor. I understand. It's going to be different. It's going to be new. It's going to be hard on a lot of us. This whole year has been already very hard on a lot of us. And sometimes I think we're all discovering how coping mechanisms, but also one thing I'm noticing is it's really easy to not do anything and not move and just be feeling stuck a little bit. So that's happened quite literally in COVID and emotionally a lot. So that's why we also do the singing every week. We don't do it to just pull the choir together and try to perform. We do it to work through these circumstances and remember to be compassionate with chesed. Right, Rabbi? So this song is an India Ari song called Give Love or Give Thanks. It's giving and taking a lot of different things, which is what we're going to go into.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kate. We change out the words all the time, and that's what I wanted to prep you guys to. I'm going to start by teaching you the original line, but then I actually want you guys to get involved not only in singing along with me, but to think about the things that you feel are going to be needed more than ever in this preparation for Rosh Hashanah to heal ourselves, heal the people around us, and the greater community. Here's how it goes. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. That's pretty much the part. I want you guys to I'll go a couple more times, start folding in. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. One more time, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Now, there's just a second part, the bridge, the chorus, I don't know what you want to call it, but I want to show it to you. Here we go. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. or sometimes it's interchanged with praise. I'm noticing in the chat, Kate has got me with the lyrics. Good job. Thank you, Kate. I want to try that bridge with you guys. Sing it with me if you can. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give praise now. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give praise now. Back to the beginning. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks for all that is. So, I appreciate you guys joining with me now. I want to ask you this. In the times of preparation to what is a very special event for a lot of us in this room, the high holidays, the New Year, Rosh Hashanah is usually very celebratory. The New Year has come. We sound the shofar. For Yom Kippur, it's more pensive about asking forgiveness. But either way, they're very important holidays that are about to come for the Jewish people. And if you're not Jewish and you're hearing this and you're sharing this moment with us, I also want you to think about just what do we need next month? It's the month before elections. We're coming up into elections. It's a very important month for the world. And there's so much going on. Mental Health Day, International Mental Health Day is October 10th. And there's other things. So I want you guys to now do me a favor and drop in the chat. You can type it out. Or if you're someone that doesn't like to use the chat, you can open your video, hold your hand up in the air, and we'll invite you to open your microphone. And what would you like to give to the people around you to help them get through this high holidays? What do you think people need? And what would you like to give? Give thanks, give kindness. I see the first one. Let's see a couple more. A warm smile and a happy smile. Friendship, beautiful. Keep it coming. Don't stop. Good health. Hope. Very nice. Support, love. Love it. Let's try. I'm going to work some of these together. Let's start with, how about love? Give love. Sing it with me. Give love. Give love. Give love. Give love. Give love for all that is. Let's try forgiveness. Ready? Give forgiveness. Give forgiveness. Give forgiveness. Give forgiveness. Give forgiveness for all that is. How about this? Give peace. Give peace. Give peace. Give peace. Give peace. Give peace for all that is. I'm going to just start putting all these together. Say whatever one it means the most to you. Are you guys ready? Oh, give kindness and a warm smile and friendship, good health and hope. Give love, peace and forgiveness and an open heart. Give healing, give mercy, give support and love. Give a healthy smile. Give love. There will never ever be. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give praise now. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give thanks now one more time. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give praise now. There will never ever be another day just like today. Let's give thanks. Now, I want to actually take a moment to say thank you for those that are singing along, those that are, feeling along. But now I'm going to ask if we can all try to do something together as a kind of like showing up for each other, like being pillars for each other. So if you are the people that are joining with my cameras on, I want to utilize you. If you're someone who's still with us and you're listening in the background and your camera's off, I invite you to come and join us, but you also can just keep listening. So I'm not going to do too much. All I want to do is this. Are you guys ready? If we just lean to the side. Watch. Leaning one side, lean the other side, lean to the other side, lean to the other side. Take it slow. Lean to the other side, leaning back one more time. Give thanks. To do me one last favor, I want you to lean into your camera. So we're going to get 3 inches closer. You ready? Now you're going to get 4 more inches closer. We have to find different ways to just change it up. And you need to look at someone in the Zoom, and I want you to just point at the person you're looking at, and they don't know who they are, but I want you to make sure you're actually saying this to someone. You're going to say this to someone. You can look at their box, or you can look at the camera, and you're going to say, there will never ever be another day just like today, so give thanks now. And remember that they are alive, and we're in it together. Sing it. Come on. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. Sing it louder. Oh, there will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. With your hands on your heart now. So let's give thanks now. And then gift it to that person. There will never ever be another day just like this day. So let's give thanks now. Give yourself some snaps. Give some snaps and some claps to the person that you just sent that energy to, even through the digital world. And remember that these are the kind of things that we need to keep doing. I want you to take a moment and check. How do you feel right now? What changed? What happened in your body? What happened in your mind? What happened in your heart? If you like, you can also feel free to drop ideas in the chat and let the chat roll with conversation. That's beautiful. I love that. Or if you'd like to raise your hand and share your voice and open your mic and just say, how are you, what's going on? Check yourself. What's in the body after you finish singing that? Sharon saying, I feel lighter. I see relaxed. I see, that's encouragement from before. Good. Keep checking how peaceful. Thank you, Jay. Warm and grateful. Check how music has affected you in just 15 minutes. And in the 15-minute period before that and before that. Imagine someone else who needs that. Someone you know. And now imagine the people that you see that you don't know. People, for example, our neighbors and friends who've been on the street. And imagine if they just sang that. Imagine if they just had that feeling with you. I think COVID, that one of the biggest silver linings, I know that this is a political thing and I won't get into it, but I think in many ways, non-politically, it's brought us together. It's pulled us all into the same conditions. Hopefully it's helping us see humanity in each other, and that's exactly the same thing that music does. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. It's why we do what we do. So I want you to know that it's that feeling is what we want to unleash with your voice. That feeling of what you just transformed right now is what we try to unleash with someone who's been feeling like their voice has been bottled up in a little jar. And finally, that feeling, in my hope, is that something that maybe if we sing more, we can unleash for everyone in our community, whether it be Temple Beth Am, whether it be Elul Conference, Los Angeles, and in the nation and beyond. I think that is why Urban Voices Project does what we do. So I am grateful that you guys, we're not done, but I'm going to pass it back to Kate, but I just do want to say right now, I'm just inspired to say, I thank you all for being part of Urban Voices today, because today every single one of you was an Urban Voices Project member because you sang with us. So I just want to say that thank you. I do get the honor to pass it back to Kate, who will be bringing us to a close in the hour, and she'll share one last piece with you. But just thank you again for singing with me. That was really meaningful for me. I hope so for you too. Kate, are you ready? I'm going to get ready to spotlight you.
I am.
What should I throw this time? I'm just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Take it. Boom. Nice catch.
Whoa. Wow, it brought me right over to my drum. Does anyone have a drum or something that they can play on, something that they can tap on, something that, I'm not going to play it the whole time, but I just want to get us started on playing something. Something that you can play in a walking beat. In a walking beat. Now, some of you actually sang this with us when we were there visiting. This is a song by Maggie Wheeler, and it's called Walk With Me. Right? So we take all of this music, the music from outside of us, the music from within us, and we pray and we sing and we share our ideas, our thoughts, our feelings with each other, our experiences, and then we have to put it into action. And either we go out into the world and walk, like today there's a big march, but for some of us, because of COVID, we're not doing that. We're staying at home. And we're meeting here and gathering in Zoom or on Facebook in different places, right? But we can still walk together. We can still walk. We can still march. And we do this quite a lot, where I invite people actually to move away from the screen, move away. And if you feel comfortable getting up and walking around in the room where you are, I welcome you to do that. If you're comfortable staying in the place where you are, I'd like you to get a feeling of walking. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light, I'll walk through the darkest hours of night, and I call my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. So if you have something to play on, I'm not going to say bang, but to, keep the rhythm on with your hands or with your feet or somewhere in your body. Let's get that going. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light, I'll walk through the darkest hours of night, and I call my ancestors to my left and my right, to walk with me, to walk with me. So the rhythm is a really important part of this song. The imagery, the movement is a really important part of this song, right? The ancestors, the really important part of this song. So I'm going to pause for a minute. I'm going to invite you to invite your ancestors. Invite your ancestors in. I like what Leeav is doing. He's actually drawing them in. Right? I think of them before me and beside me and behind me and within me. Right? And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. So we are always part of what went before and what is going ahead of us, what is on the ground below us and what is in the sky above us. Let's try again. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light, I'll walk through the darkest hours of night, and I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. Now in the chat box you'll see there's some lyrics, and that second line we're going to change, the one that has a star on it. So this time we'll sing, I walk in the service of doing what's right. I walk in the Spirit, I walk in the light. I walk in the service of doing what's right. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. Sharon, I see you, and I am moving with you. I see you loud and clear, right? Sharon's doing something really important that we forget about in the Zoom world, is getting our hands up above our head. It's really important. We just don't do that very often now that we're sitting still in front of the Zoom camera. All right, the next one, I walk with the knowledge that we'll be all right. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light. I'll walk with the knowledge that we'll be all right. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. Next one, I walk with the promise of healing in sight. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light. I'll walk in the promise of healing in sight. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. I walk with my neighbors to fight the good fight. And we do this one a little bit different. I walk with my neighbors to fight the good fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. I walk in the Spirit, I walk in the light. I walk with my neighbors to fight the good fight. Call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. And last month, Maggie wrote another verse. Every time something happens in the world, Maggie Wheeler writes another verse to this song. I walk for the safety of every black life. I'll walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light. I'll walk for the safety of every black life. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. Back to the first verse, here we go. 3, 4. I walk in the Spirit, I'll walk in the light. I'll walk through the darkest hours of night. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. And I call on my ancestors to my left and my right to walk with me, to walk with me. Yeah. And so we walk. And so we sing. Yeah.
Hello, Miss Kay.
Hello, First Lady Foxy. First Lady Foxy.
Hey, I've been here, but I didn't want to interrupt, so I was just listening the whole time. But it's been really, really healing, very healing. I'm honored to be here.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so kindly. It'll mute back some kind of way.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, for inviting us to join you here today, and we want to thank Rabbi Schatz for having us and for sharing what we love to do with you. I would like to invite any questions or observations or mostly, I guess, anything that you're noticing within yourself that may have shifted from when you joined us, when you entered the room, not within yourself and also within the community of us. We've talked a lot since we started Zoomland that there's been social distancing, and what we'd like to say is that we're actually socially connecting, but we're spatially distancing. Right? And I wonder if music has been a bridge for us today to create that experience of social connection.
I think it's rejuvenated me. I just feel like my strength and my enthusiasm is just back. I mean, it's been pretty strong during this whole pre-Elul time, but after the music has really got me going.
Great.
Thank you so much.
People can also share, if they're more comfortable sharing in the chat, you can also drop a question or a comment in the chat as well. I was going to put that in. Any other, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm kind of shy, but I have a big mouth, and I feel more open and freer to let myself enjoy. I'm still curious about so much of music for me is the coordination that happens between people through their sounds, and that's so tough when people make sound together through this particular medium.
Yeah.
I heard you before on some of the very interesting approaches that you guys take to that, and I'd like to hear more. That's it. I just wanted to share that. Thank you for this opportunity. It was lovely.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. You're reminding me that we'd love to invite you all to one of our neighborhood sing workshops that is very similar to this, and it happens every Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And we have on our website a calendar where you can register and get the Zoom link, and we would be so happy to have you join us. It also right now goes onto Facebook, so if you have Facebook, you can find it on our website page.
Any other questions or thoughts you want to share before we start to wrap up? Along with was there someone speaking up? Anna, was that?
That was me. I just wanted to say I'm so glad you guys did this today, because I was talking about how I missed the regular Monday, Friday at the South, so I was excited that you sent me the invite to this today. Thank you so much for thinking about me.
Thank you. Anna is one of our choir members who also is our choir manager now too, and she's just a fantastic human being. And we have BB and Scotty and First Lady Foxy are from our choir community. If you want to give them a quick welcome, you can see them there in the gallery view. BB was giving you guys all a wave a moment ago. And they all shared, we're part of the concert on Sunday, if you guys want to go find that on our YouTube. And lastly, stay a part of our community. We're a nonprofit organization, and I'll let Rabbi close and say a couple more things, but make sure you're following us on Instagram or Facebook, or going on our website and signing up for our newsletter as well. We'd love to keep you in the community. I hope today was rejuvenating before high holidays for you, and learning of how music can help us do that and unleash the voice and the connection we have to the days to come. I guess, Kate, any last things before we pass it to Rabbi to finish up?
Just another thank you, and I'm really wondering what Renee has. It looks really cool.
She's making challah. This is a normal Friday occurrence where we watch Renee make challah.
You're making challah at the beach. I love that. Yeah. Your background is the beach.
A sound meditation, like it's one of those things that whistles in it. And I thought she's like I'm getting my sound bath on and I'm doing neighborhood sing at the same time. But challah makes sense.
And I see Anasia is also on our team, and she's put the Facebook link there.
I was trying to keep my swinging to your beat, but I don't know if I made it.
You did. I totally got that. I was really in sync with it. And I also put earlier on, I put the link to the YouTube concert, but I just wanted to tell you that. Thank you.
Oh, and I'll just say that if you stay involved, there's some more concerts to come where you can get involved. We're doing a lot of work to do arts care packages with arts and wellness activities, tech access work in Skid Row that continues to happen, and other efforts that are constantly going on to continue kind of keeping music in the community. So however you want to get involved, let us know. Rabbi, I'll let you finish it up.
Thank you. I'm almost speechless. This was such a beautiful way to end, at least for me, a really crazy week. And this really brought me, as many people have said, a lot of energy and a beautiful way into Shabbat. And as you mentioned, we've been talking this week about chesed, which is loving kindness. And very often we think of chesed and tzedakah, which is charity, as the same thing. But really, charity is when we can give to someone who we know is in need, whereas chesed is something where we give to the world even if we don't know if anybody will need it, and then we find out that someone actually is really utilizing and feeling support and love and care from the acts that we put into the world. And that is just a beautiful way of thinking about Urban Voices Project in general, that you are doing acts of chesed every single day and every time that you share your vision and your art and your mission with all of us. And I just thank you so much for allowing us to be part of that and think about the different ways that we could be on that journey of chesed, of loving kindness with you, and how we can also very practically make sure that we can also give tzedakah to the ways in which we can help people for whom you are helping every single day with your chesed. So I hope that people will check out Urban Voices Project's website, Facebook group, whatever it is, and if you're able to support them in any way, I know that we as a community try to as often as we can, so we hope that you will as well. And just thank you again. What a beautiful way to enter into Shabbat with such amazing song, but also inspiration for how we can live our lives. So thank you both. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Leeav. And thank you to all of your choir members who are here just to be a little bit of extra support and voice to us. So thank you all, and Shabbat Shalom. Have a peaceful and a healthy and a wonderful week, and I will see many of you on Sunday. So have a great, great weekend.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.